it is changing at an accelerated pace, affecting our work, our home life, our relationships, and overall performance in life. The media has made society focus on the aesthetics of our bodies. Americans spent more than $16.5 billion on cosmetic surgery in just 1 year. With the stresses of unemployment, debt, divorce, and economic issues, mental health awareness is continually on the rise, with nearly half of American adults who will experience this illness at least once during their lifetime. Today, more and more people are on edge, depressed, and not living the way they'd envisioned. We've been distracted by focusing on other internal organs such as the heart, liver, kidneys, while so little has been invested in the education and nutrition of the one thing that is the central control unit of our bodies. That one thing that dictates our current state of mind, that one thing that creates our future, and that one thing that we need working at 100%, and that is our brain. Have you ever wondered what the difference is between those that are super achievers and those that just get by? Countless examples tell us that the main difference is the super achiever merely had more resolve, focus, and drive. Where does that come from? Quite simply, how they think, what they read, how their philosophies are developed, and how they nourish their brain. At Velovita, we've realized the deficiency in this world when it comes to brain health and positive stimulus. Your brain consumes 20% of your body's energy with significant power demands. Your brain needs cell maintenance, repair, and regeneration. Introducing Velovita's flagship product that does that and more. Brain Reimagined, a premium stacked nootropic with 16 nutrients that specifically fuel the most important organ of your body. Brain was designed to immediately boost your mental energy, support positive thinking, improve focus, alertness, mood, and mental acuity. We've learned throughout the years that tablets are difficult to digest, and gel capsules have a better bioavailability when processed through the gut microbiome. That's why our scientists have employed nanoparticles in nutraceuticals as the next generation of health and biohacking for solubility, stability, and improved absorption rates, so that you can get the most out of our nutrient-rich serum. And because of this, Brain is the super nanoceutical with a proprietary formulation, whereas most nootropics on energy drinks work on only 1 or 2 stages. Brain works on 3 stages, and when taken long-term, you can get ready for a life reimagined, epic, and limitless. If you could enhance virtually every aspect of your life performance and be mindfully at your best at school, at work, in competition, in relationships, as well as having peace within to handle life's ups and downs, would you want to know how? Just add Brain to your daily routine and instantly snap back into life to conquer each day and love it.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Wellness Reimagined's Ingredients series. I'm Dr. Saberi, and today we'll be discussing B vitamins. Now, these important vitamins are absolutely essential for our cells, playing integral roles in many different biochemical reactions throughout our system. It is important to recognize how crucial these vitamins are and how we as humans tend to absorb less of them as we age from the basic foods we eat. Fortunately, we can supplement this critical group of vitamins. As they are water soluble, it is very rare to get too much of these since our kidneys are excreting them out frequently. B vitamins have a direct impact on your energy, brain function, and cellular metabolism. They also help prevent infections and help support cell health, growth of red blood cells, good digestion, healthy appetite, proper nerve function, hormone and cholesterol production, cardiovascular health, and muscle tone. B vitamins are especially important in women who are pregnant or breastfeeding. These vitamins help aid in fetal development and reduce the risk of birth defects. For expectant mothers, B vitamins help boost energy levels, ease nausea, and lower the risk of developing preeclampsia. In men, these vitamins may even help boost testosterone levels, building muscle and increasing strength. Velovita supplement Brain contains B3, B6, and B12, while Zleam contains a special form of B3. B12 contains the mineral cobalt, and the inactive form is cyanocobalamin. This has to go through certain biochemical steps to become methylcobalamin and adenosylcobalamin in our cells. But unfortunately, many B12 supplements are synthetic and contain the inactive form, whereas with brain, you get an active form of B12 and methylcobalamin. There is some discussion that humans don't need the active forms in their supplements, but these discussions lack the understanding that all of us are bombarded by toxins, pollutants, heavy metals, and recurrent infections. Let's add on physical and psychological stress as well. With these factors in place, our cells have a tougher time utilizing the inactive forms of these essential B vitamins, and with many synthetic forms circulating in the supplement market, it is paramount that we are using forms of B vitamins that our cells recognize and utilize optimally. B6, also known as pyridoxine, plays a role in over 150 enzymatic reactions and is vital for our central nervous system and metabolism, playing an important role in helping to create neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, GABA, and histamine. B6 also helps our body metabolize fats, proteins, and carbs. It is important for our immune system and red blood cells by helping create hemoglobin, which is the molecule which binds iron and oxygen for our cells. Brain contains the active form of B6 known as pyridoxal 5-phosphate, or rather P5P. In the plasma, 70 to 80% of B6 occurs as P5P with adequate levels, inversely associated with inflammatory markers. Researchers show that inflammation increases the uptake of P5P into the tissues, markedly reducing available plasma and liver levels. Additionally, stress will also increase the need for P5P, as the effects of cortisol increase the cellular demand for this active form. The health of the liver and intestinal environment is key for adequate P5P availability. Now, B3 has two forms, niacin, which is in brain, and niacinamide, which is in spleen. Every part of our system needs niacin to function properly. It helps two of the most important enzymes our cells use, NAD and NADP. These enzymes help produce glutathione and aid in oxygen reduction reactions. They are also used in anabolic reactions like cholesterol synthesis, steroid synthesis, ascorbic acid synthesis, xylitol synthesis, and fatty acid synthesis. Niacinamide helps prevent B3 deficiency and is typically used for acne. There is some research as well showing that it can help protect insulin production in diabetics, as well as some data revealing that niacinamide may help prevent new skin cell malformations in people with a history of non-melanoma concerns. With the consistent use of Velovita's brain and spleen, we are optimizing some of our key B vitamins for our system as a whole.
Community and business. The best combo. How to create your community. As social beings, we are always looking to connect. Don't be scared to ask for advice from someone with the same goals. Building relationships with your peers is a win-win in this industry. Attending special events is the easiest way to create community. Meeting people with the same goals, different backgrounds, and excited about the same subjects gathered in one place. Sounds perfect. Throughout the year, you can find different Velovita events like our Leadership Summit, Accelerate Convention, Velocity Tour, incentive trips, and local meetings. Having online tools to connect like our Vibe app is the perfect way to stay in touch. Take advantage of all the materials you can to learn and stay connected with your community. Online training is the perfect way to learn from experts, allowing you to hear about their experiences, tips, and tricks. Join and learn from the Velovita community. It is never too late to grow your community and push your boundaries. We all want to grow and learn, connect to grow faster, and reach higher goals. This is why you need to make sure to take advantage of any and all opportunities to grow or create connections with others. There are plenty of chances to connect with others if you look for them, especially for Velovita members. As a Velovita member, you have access to at least 3 weekly live Zoom training sessions with our co-founders and leaders. You get to join with others just like you in online training that can both sharpen your business acumen and strengthen communal bonds. Come and join us for the chance to become part of something bigger and see just how far you can go with a little help from others.
And boom, good morning, guys. How are you? Monday, double deuces, May 22nd, 522. Good to see you guys this morning. Lots of cool things happening. Great month. Excited about, hey, got a long weekend coming up. Before that, we got a great week today. Good morning, everybody. Got a great week starting today, should I say. So listen, today's topic is going to be fire. I'm actually pretty fired up about this. And I'll tell you kind of where it came from. But this is something like for everybody in direct sales, okay, particularly in social selling, in network marketing, needs to hear this message. However, and so send it to anybody, okay? Forward it, share it, whatever the case might be. If you're not in direct sales, you also need to hear this message. There's going to be some things here for you as well. And let me tell you where the inspiration for this came from today. Now, you guys, hey, welcome, Barbara. Good to have you with us. And everybody, good to see you guys here with us today. Thank you. So I listen to podcasts when I work out. Right. I used to listen to, my workout playlist was everything from, Lil Wayne to AC/DC. Right. So a broad spectrum. Now I use that time to feed my mind. So I've been listening to podcasts for years now when I work out, and I listen to, I subscribe to the Pomp podcast, Anthony Pompliano. He's kind of a financial guy, Wall Street guy, former. And one of the things that he said on Saturday, which really, that I listened to in my workout on Saturday, really struck a chord. You've heard the saying that, boys, things just aren't the way they used to be. People have changed. Society's different. However you want to say it, things around us, the way people act, the way people think, they've changed. There's way more entitlements. Pomp goes so far as to say that we're on the road to socialism. I hope that's not true, but I will tell you that the more you read, the more it certainly appears that way. There's not a lot that we can do with society at large, with people's philosophies and things like that, other than control what we focus on, control what we do. Okay. But what we do and what we can do, if we set our mind to doing so, is we can make a real impact in the world. And here's what I'm talking about. And Pomp pointed this out. I think it's incredibly spot on. Okay. There's a crisis in three critical areas in our society today, and it's affecting everybody, whether it affects you directly or indirectly. It affects everybody. And the most uplifting thing about this whole conversation is that we've got the solution. Let me explain. So, three critical areas. These are those critical areas. Okay. We have a crisis of financial literacy in the world. We're going to talk about that. We've got a crisis of hard work in the U.S. today. Hard work has been vilified, right? Hard work is what built this country. Okay, we'll talk about that, and this is critically important. This is where everybody can get in on the good of this. Is we also have a crisis of leadership. The people that are leading, very few of them are leading the right way. Very few of them. It's more about who's got the largest following, who's got the biggest voice, who can put out the most clickbait, and not who's doing the most good. Okay. And so our industry, the direct sales industry, can make a huge impact in each of these three areas. Let me explain. Okay. First off, let's talk about financial literacy. What does that mean? Well, that means that people are spending way more money than they make. People are in debt up to the hilt. And today that's even worse because credit card rates are going up. I think the average credit card, person's paying, if they carry a balance, paying 22% interest, and it's going to continue to rise. So there's been very little talk about, the concept that was written about in The Richest Man in Babylon, a little short, small little book by George Clason. If you have not read it, get it. It'll take you 30 minutes to read it. It's a great little parable is what it is, but it's true. But bottom line is 10% of what you make is yours to keep. So put a little bit in the bank. And if you put a little bit in the bank, every time you get a paycheck, a little bit in savings, a little bit in savings, okay, you won't miss it. Doesn't have to be a ton, should be 10% of what you make if you can afford that. Okay. But especially today, when you're able to get with some online banks, close to 4%, some over 4% interest, which that's been, hard to do for years, your money can start to compound. Debt. People are carrying way too much debt, so they're paying interest versus putting money in the bank. You've got to get out of debt. And you want to save, but you want to save for two things: for a rainy day, but you also want to save to invest, where you can get a better percentage. Smart investments with your money, you get more than 4% or 5%, which is hard to do in the banks. Easier than it used to be, but still hard to do. So financial literacy. This is not a financial literacy show. There's much better people out there, in the world than I to teach you this. But that's one thing. These are things, frankly, that I wish I'd have listened better, closer to my parents. Okay. And these are things that are not being taught by parents anymore, not being taught in our school anymore. And so you have these people that are just living day to day, okay, that are draining society. Okay. And while you think they're just hurting themselves, they're not, because entitlements are going to them as well. Okay. So, no more editorial comments on that. It is what it is. And I'm going to tell you what we can be and how we can be a solution for that, other than obviously to make more money, because that's one of the things you have to do is you got to be cognizant. You've got to go make more money and be ambitious, which leads to number two. The crisis number two in our society is hard work. Hard work has been vilified in our society. Hard work is what built this country. As I said before, hard work means that you have to be disciplined. Sometimes you shouldn't go to that concert, and you should stay home and work on your business, or you shouldn't go, and that's a double thing. If you don't spend money on the concert tickets and the alcohol and all that stuff, you save that money, you work on your business, you make a little more money. That's a double good effect. However, that kind of speak is vilified these days. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to most people, because most people are wondering generalities. They don't have the proper leadership for people to teach them what to do. There's always going to be people that live day to day, and that's cool, week to week. That's cool. The question is, though, you're here today, okay, because that's not who you are. That's not your mindset. You want to get out of that cycle. So that can't be good enough for you. So it's going to take hard work and discipline, okay? You got to learn how to manage your time. And hard work also means working on yourself. It means growing it means personal development, developing your philosophy into someone who thinks correctly about what to do with their money and things like that, developing your skills, investing in yourself to learn more skills to make you more valuable to the marketplace, to make you more proficient in whatever your job or business is, to make you more successful. And 40 hours a week, guys, just is not going to get it. Now, listen, I live in North Carolina, second largest banking center in the world. And if you're lucky enough to get a job at the bank and work 40 hours a week and make, 150 plus bonuses a year, have at it. Okay. Congratulations. However, I think that gravy train may be coming to a little bit of a slowdown or stop soon, because that's unsustainable now in this world that we live in. But the bottom line is, regardless of that, that's a small percentage of the population. And so if you're not in that percentage, I can tell you, for me, okay, I'm in my 50s. I ain't getting a job at the bank. I've never been in banking, not getting a job at the bank. Okay. You got to be honest with yourself. If you can go find a 40-hour week paying you 155 plus bonuses, fantastic. Go have at it. However, is that reality or is that just a wish list? Okay. For most people, it's just wish. It's not reality. The reality is you can go find a business to start and work hard. Could be direct sales, could be anything else, could be real estate. Look, you don't have to get into a social selling company. You can go and be in real estate and do the same thing. You'll have to work hard. No question about it. You'll have to manage your time. Now, this is the one thing that most people don't understand is that this kind of stuff, yeah, it takes some sacrifice, but you don't have to sacrifice time with your family all the time. Okay. You need to pick your spots and pick your spots where you're at the ball games and pick your spots where you're at the dinner table with your family, but then also pick your spots where you're at work, where you can get done what you want to get done to progress, where you can work hard to progress so that you can go back to point one, financial literacy, and put money in the bank, invest money in other stuff. If you're not in front of that cycle, then you got some work to do and it's going to be hard work. That's okay. That's what built this country. And I don't care how old you are. Okay. You can start tomorrow, today, tomorrow. That's the first day of the rest of your life. You can literally start, change your philosophy and change your life by doing that. Okay. But hard work is a crisis because most people don't work. Have you ever tried to get any work done today? Hire somebody to do some work, hire an employee. Hard work is hard to find. People aren't willing to do it. Guess what? If you are, you're going to immediately separate yourself from the pack. You are immediately going to be more valuable. Now, if you're in a place where you're not appreciated, okay, then that's on you. You don't need to stay there forever, okay? But don't just say peace out until you got something else lined up. I would suggest start a business. I would suggest start a direct sales business. I would suggest getting your real estate license, whatever the case might be. But go find a place where you can work hard and build a business so you can work on number one, the financial literacy part. Now, then this brings us to the leadership part. There is a crisis of leadership. Too many people today are following the wrong people. Now, what does that mean to you? You can be one of the right people, okay? You can. And so the bottom line is leadership today, okay, starts with you doing the right things. Okay. So build a business. Okay. Whether you got a job, find a business you can build on the side, build a business and today, more than anything else, you build a business by building a community, by building building clients, customers, a team, okay, that you can teach what to do, that you're bringing value to them for their time that they're putting in. Not everybody's going to make money right away. Okay, here's what you got to understand. Not everybody's going to make money right away. But if you're teaching correct principles, okay, then that leadership is bringing value to them. Okay, so you build your brand, you build your community while you're bringing value. Okay, especially in our industry, that's how you build a business today. But it doesn't have to necessarily be business. It could be maybe you're doing work in your community, okay, in your town, right? Maybe you want to get into local politics. Maybe you want to get on the school board. Maybe you want to do something good and give back. It's about building value and building a community of people that say, okay, so-and-so is that's a person that I think thinks correctly that I could vote for. Okay. Whatever the case might be, you can build your brand and build a community by bringing valuable insight and valuable lessons based on your actions. Okay. And based on your actions and your good results, you can teach that to other people. That's called leadership. Here's the other thing today. Positive leadership can be cool and it can be rewarding. You have to stick up for that you have to have some backbone, and it doesn't, it can be cool. Cool doesn't, I mean, you don't have to get, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Okay. You don't have to go and change your physical appearance to be cool or to be leadership. If that's what you want to do, fantastic. But if you want to do that, back that up with the proper action so that you can be a positive force in today's society, people around you. Now, here's the thing that I found the most uplifting about this whole thing as I was listening to this podcast. Okay, is those of you that are here, most of you are in the direct sales industry somehow. There is no other industry that pays you so directly for doing the right things in these three critical areas where society is at crises. Okay, being smart with your money, making more and doing smart things with us. We teach that. If hopefully you're in a community and with people that teach that. If not, then learn it yourself and teach it to your people, set yourself apart. But hopefully you're in a community that it teaches that and does the right things. Hard work. Okay. So the financial literacy, the hard work, we know any entrepreneur knows you got to work hard. I mean, I don't care what you're doing. Like, you might even be just an online digital creator, and you might not think that that's work hard. The successful ones, I mean, I'm not talking about the people with 5,000 following. Okay. I'm talking about the people that have 250, 500,000 followers. They work harder in their content. It may look all, everybody is so caught up in being fancy. Okay, that they don't understand that you got to roll up your sleeves and work hard and do it when you don't feel like doing it. Do it consistently. Okay, those are the people that get ahead. I don't care if you're a digital creator, whatever that is, or if you're a direct sales professional, if you're a real estate broker, whatever the case might be. It's consistency and hard work is what's going to get you there. And we can teach that in this industry, because guess what? To be successful, you are building a community of customers, a community of members, team members, sales team, whatever you want to refer to it as. Okay. And you're building that community. That's what you get paid to do. That's what puts the most money in your pocket, and the high value money, which is leverage money, which can go on without your direct efforts. That's how you get to number one. That's how you increase your financial stature and your financial literacy, by having your money make money for you and being in a business that can pay you even when you're having dinner or sleeping or whatever the case might be. But it takes hard work to get to that point. Everybody wants to be fancy. Everybody wants to, drive a Maybach and be fancy and wear, Gucci suits and Louboutin shoes and all that stuff. And that's cool if that's what you want to do. Okay. But go work hard and make the money and be the kind of person that can afford to do that without going broke, without going into debt, and teaching people how to do the same thing, so that money just continues to compound for you, because it happened on the right principles: hard work, financial literacy, providing proper leadership. Guys, today more than ever, I am so hopeful and encouraged, because these three areas of complete lack, Pomp calls it crisis, in our society are areas that this industry, to be perfectly honest with you, is more perfectly suited to fill that void than any other. I want you to take this message. I want you to forward it to anybody else that's looking at this industry, maybe is in this industry. People need to hear this, okay? And people also need to hear this. Your mindset is your number one asset. Get it right. Roll up your sleeves. Go to work. Be smart financially. Provide positive leadership. And we are going to make the world a better place. That's how we do it. We start right here with each individual and the communities that we build. Love you guys. Have an amazing day. See you soon.